Hello, everyone. We just got done watching the state of play for Sony PlayStation 5 being revealed today. I'm presented with two other hosts. I got Adan over here to my left, and then I got Hero
Yo.
here, down Hero.
Hero.
And we're going to give you guys our impressions on what we thought about the PlayStation 5 reveal, all the games that got teased and announced today. And yeah, so what do you guys think about the conference so far? I mean, or what do you guys think about the console so far anyway? Of
Console or
everything.
the conference? I don't know. The conference was pretty dope. I think they did a good job of like showing off stuff in the beginning, kind of like slower things around the middle, just like cool art projects, and then
Mm,
sooner or later we got to the good stuff towards the end. So
yeah.
it was dope. I mean, would I have wanted more games? Maybe, but I think they showed games back to back. I think they showed something for everyone. So
Yeah, yeah.
I think they did a really good job.
That's definitely one thing I appreciated. Like I said, I give a lot of games shit. I know during our reaction, but in all honesty, like a Don said, I appreciate the fact that they give everybody a chance to appreciate all types of games, and the fact that they featured a lot of stuff to everybody is pretty nice and neat. Um,
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
here,
they,
what
they,
about
def-
you?
Scott.
they definitely showed some stuff too that I wasn't expecting to see. To be honest,
Mm.
that was probably one of the good parts about the games that they did show. Some of them you kind of expected, you know what I mean? But just especially with the new Miles Morales Spider Man, that was a good way to open it. I think that was.
Was that the first game they opened up with? Can't
I
remember.
think I'm pretty sure that's the first one I remember seeing.
Yeah, that's the first really noteworthy one I remember seeing as well. But
Yeah, it was that or either Grand Theft Auto. I forget.
oh,
Oh,
it was Grand Theft
It was
Auto.
Grand Theft Auto, but they didn't show. They just said it was coming to the PS5. They didn't show any like new shit for Grand Theft
Yeah,
Auto. I think
uh,
so.
No, yeah,
I
yeah.
That's
I,
probably why I forgot all about it.
I wonder if it'll come with any like exclusive content. I mean, obviously we know if you have PlayStation Plus, you'll get $1 million every month in that game.
Did it
But
say every month?
yeah, as
Yeah,
long as you had PlayStation Plus.
get a bunch of
Holy
money.
shit!
But I don't know if that's just for a year, ongoing year, or if that's like every month for like the next however long the PlayStation 5's lifespan is.
I think it's set up to like launch or something.
Because I know that Rockstar did say they were partnered with Sony now, so we could be getting exclusive content for Grand Theft Auto in the future, maybe years from now. Maybe Grand Theft Auto 6 first on PlayStation 5.
Maybe Agent.
Agent,
You
which one's that one again?
don't remember Agent?
No.
The Rockstar game that they promised to be a PlayStation exclusive way back when, called Agent. Well, it
No.
never came out. They did talk. There was like a teaser for it way back in the day, but and nothing ever happened. But yeah, I mean,
Mm.
at this point, I just think it's a dead game, and they're just gonna go straight to six,
Yeah.
sooner or later. But I was surprised that they even announced games back to back like this because I was kind of expecting them to break down the console a little bit
Yeah.
more. Maybe not much as the tech talk that they had before,
Hmm.
but the fact that we got games back to back was kind of it was a delight. I think
Yeah, they just
that's
kept
cool.
one right after the other. It was good.
Yeah.
I feel like they got
So
like with the Tech Talk. I feel like they got everything out of the way there, and they're like, okay, just make it all about games this time. That's what people want.
hell yeah. So yeah, after the GTA 5, I think we got the Spider-Man stuff.
Mm.
I still don't even know if it's Spider-Man 2 yet. Like
Um,
I'm kind of stuck because like it's called what Spider-Man Miles Morales or something like that.
yeah, it's just
Where
called.
obviously he's the playable character this time, but yeah, who really? I don't know. It's I mean it's awesome that we're getting this because like when if spoiler alert, but if you played Spider-Man 1, you do have interactions with Miles Morales in the game, and while you're Peter Parker, you actually find out that Miles Morales has actually got bit by a spider. He comes to you as a tutor and actually wants to learn and do stuff with you,
Mm.
um, which is kind of awesome. Because I thought I would be able to play as him in the Spider-Man 1, at least for like a section.
Mm.
But
so I
I think you do play as him, but not as like Miles Morales,
so I didn't get a
superhero.
chance to play that one yet. So when you interact with him, is is he like from the same universe, or is this from a different universe? Like, you know how they came out with the movie, the Spider
Yeah.
Universe. So is he from the same one? Like in the beginning of the, have you seen the movie, the multiverse
Yeah,
movie?
yeah, hell yeah.
So like, you
Badass,
know how
yeah.
there's a Peter Parker and then he gets bit, and then but that Peter Parker ends up like dying and he becomes Spider-Man in that in his
Mhm.
universe, or is he from a different one in the game?
No, he's it's all tied in. He exists in the same world like him, so
Okay,
it's nothing. So you
okay.
just learn about him, you know,
So
his
then,
backstory and things like that. And yeah,
so
there's just
then,
two Spider-Mans.
so then I have a
Badass.
question. In this game, is Peter Parker gonna die?
Hmm.
I
Because
don't know. I don't
he does
know.
in the multiverse movie, at least in the universe that Miles Morales exists in.
It could just
Yeah,
be that
cause
maybe they just both live in the same universe and maybe that's about it. It could be just as simple as that, but who knows?
yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know. Cause like
I'm just
Marvel, yeah, Marvel and superheroes, like I don't know, or especially video games. I don't know if they like would do that. You know?
Yeah,
Like I feel like
yeah.
comic books, things like that, they go all out, but for a video game, I don't know. I think they'd play it safe for the most
yeah.
part.
Just want to stay pretty much canon to the story.
He might be in a coma or something.
I could
That's
see
the
something like
extent.
that. He's just out of
That's the
town and
extent.
just like, yeah, you take over,
Out of
bud.
town, yeah, something like that. Yeah,
I'm gonna
Okay,
take
for
well,
vacation.
sure.
me and Mary Jane, we haven't had our honeymoon yet. Let's we're gonna be gone.
Yeah,
You
can you play some of the gameplay that was just start playing and see if they showed it? Didn't they show some gameplays, something like that?
Yeah, they're showing some here. I don't know what
Hey,
character
dude, the
that
black
is.
suit.
I haven't seen
I
any of
don't. To
these
be honest, I
characters.
don't know either. But it reminds me of like Infamous a little bit with the first light chick. But
Hmm.
it might be somebody that reads the comics. They probably know who that is. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's badass. I mean,
yeah.
it's dope.
Be greater.
Spider-Man 1, amazing.
Holiday 2020, so it could be a launch title. Who knows?
yeah, holiday
Yeah,
2020. It makes
they've
me
always
wanna.
said holiday. They haven't given an official release date, have they?
No,
Mm-mm.
not even for the
No.
PlayStation 5. So
Yeah.
They
we
just
have to
keep
wait for
saying
that.
later this year, later this year.
We might see that at PSX if they still do PSX. Who knows?
I can't believe I completely spaced on the first Spider-Man to play that game, to be honest. Like, I remember when it came out and it was like a big deal,
Mm.
and then I stopped hearing about it, I guess, and I had just completely forgot about it, so I never got it.
Yeah, that never really
Yeah,
came out
yeah.
with any DLC, did it? Or
So that's something I'm gonna have to go back and do.
I don't-
For Spider-Man?
yeah, for Spider-Man, I don't know if they came out with any DLC or
Yeah.
not.
They came out with I think it was like 3 packs, story packs.
So then I'm guessing a
And you
lot of
just
people were pretty disappointed when they couldn't play as Miles Morales, then, right?
well, so you did play as him, but you played as a
Okay.
normal human being.
Oh, see, yeah, that
so,
okay.
so when you got that, you're like, yeah, something gonna happen. But yeah, at the
Does
end of the
this
day, it was
does
like,
this
damn.
is this guy, this is how he looked in that game too, Miles Morales? He looked like
Yeah,
the same. Does he look
I think
older or younger at all?
I think he might be older actually.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Because Peter was being like that father figure, trying to make sure trying to train him with his powers and
Here
make
he
sure he
is.
doesn't like
Look, he's got a
go too
scar.
too
Is that a
crazy.
scar on his chin too, or is that like sweat? Because he looks like he's got one on his nose as well.
Oh yeah, I forget. In
Anything
Spider-Man 1, he does have a tragic story. So
Or
Okay.
yeah,
Oh, it
no,
looks
like
like
that
Peter
fur
Parker
coat
was already established.
that fur coat's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
that part where he, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good.
Yeah, I can't
Hell
wait.
yeah.
It looks really good.
There he is.
And then we have after that, I think we have Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah, Gran Turismo 7. Is that right after? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have
Yeah,
put, yeah,
yeah.
have put into it.
Yeah, I have a whole list here, so we can just go
I
down
will.
if you want to talk about
I
it.
will say too. Gran Turismo is no matter what year, generation, console, whatever. They've always done a really good job at
Yeah,
like
that's.
making their cars look the best that they can get
Mhm.
out of the machine they're using.
I forgot who's the rival to Gran Turismo, like on
Forza?
the Xbox. Forza.
I would
Yeah.
say Forza.
Forza.
I would
Yeah.
say yeah.
But it's,
Forza.
but they play different. Like
Yeah.
they just make the comparison because they're like they're as close to racing sims. I
Yeah.
guess, but yeah, Forza plays a little
I
easier.
feel like this. If any of you guys were to take this game, like just to buy it and take it like a little bit more seriously than usual, I feel like I'd definitely buy it and buy another racing.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Racing
would.
wheel.
I would. Yeah.
It just
That's a
looks so
game you have to
good.
put time. That's a game you have to like learn. Do you remember how like in Gran Turismo you could like tweak almost every aspect of like
See,
weight and like balancing with your vehicle so that you could like just play around with the most minute details, dude? It's
Yeah.
insane. It's
And
see,
crazy.
if you pause it here and you look at this, doesn't this map to me makes it look like it's open world? Is it
yeah.
not?
If you played any of the other Gran Turismos, this is pretty much what they would always look like. It would
Like
never be open
it's
world, but
it's kind of like their
Okay.
campaign where you just like go to specific areas to do things, but it's just clickable. It's not.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay. So
Yeah,
it's just another okay.
But
I,
yeah. It's
if it
just a
was
mini
open
really.
world, well, that'd be pretty sexy.
I think it would be able to like drive to the garage or like drive to
I,
the next base or
who's to say? I mean, we still don't know if it is or not. I mean, but knowing Gran Turismo, I doubt they'll make it open world.
yeah,
But again,
Yeah,
who's
but
to say?
yeah,
yeah, looks cool.
Mm,
it's interesting.
And after that, Ratchet and Clank Rift
Uh,
Apart.
look at some of this
So-
gameplay though.
I will say Ratchet
Now
and
you're
Clank
fine.
surprised me a lot. It just the upgrade of the gameplay and everything from what I've
Yeah,
seen. It
aesthetically in the beginning, it did not look like a Ratchet and Clank game at all. Like right here, you're just looking at it. It doesn't. It doesn't even yell or scream to you, Ratchet and Clank. And to me, I thought it screamed more Rayman esque because of the bugs
oh
flying
yeah,
around. But you know, here we get presented Ratchet, and so
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think this game is just there to like prove like, hey, we have the tech to like, they have these. I'm not gonna call them loading screens per se, but when you jump dimensions, they're just
Yeah.
trying to bring up the fact like, look, we can just
Look.
load levels like
yeah.
instantly, right?
I
Like,
think Sony, that was definitely Sony's like pushing point towards them, saying like they proved to these guys like look how fast our loading screens can load.
yeah, because keep in mind their SSD technology is unlike anything out there right now, even on the high-end PCs. So they have something that other people don't have right now.
And look at that, this is just crazy. And as soon as he hits that one futuristic looking town, not this one. This one reminds me of Killzone a little bit actually.
Just the future of the world.
Now, do
Yeah,
you guys think this is obviously it's like Hollywood fucking does it, but do you think this is just the first of many like I don't know, I wouldn't necessarily say reboots, but like bringing all those old school games back and like redoing them, do better graphics.
Well, that's the thing about Ratchet and Clank. They did reboot it on the PS4.
Yeah, they already.
Well, I know,
First Ratchet, yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, okay, so like they did this one. Now what? Now we're gonna get another. You know what I mean? What in any other old like Crash
other game?
Bandicoot that looks like this? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Or-
you're talking about like reusing
yeah,
a lot
like
of their franchises and
yeah. Not that they're bad franchises and aren't worthy of a PS5 game, but like because this looks good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And
Then
I
the new
but I'm just wondering.
character.
Yeah. And then that's another question. Who is this bitch? Where
well,
did she come
she has a robotic arm. It looks like. So I wonder what happened to her.
Yeah, I mean they're in the future world or like the futuristic
Mm.
world right now, and Clank needs somebody with him. So I'm assuming she's like a
Oh,
trade-in, right?
I-
That's supposed to get him back or something.
I don't know if you guys noticed. She has a D on her feet, like for her little. Here, I'll show. Right here. I wonder if
Is that
that.
it?
Like it
Wait,
looks
you
like
think
almost.
that's a D?
It almost looks like
I
a
thought
D,
that's
right?
just that's just
Oh, it
a
looks like a
bolt.
screw. Yeah, it looks like a
Looks like a
screw or a bolt. I thought it was like a D, kind of like representing like her name or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
but well, back to where you're saying, Scott. Like, they push Ratchet and Clank more than any other older franchise Sony has. Like,
Oh,
you have
really?
things like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot. Like, they've all done some things with them, but for some reason, Ratchet keeps getting. Every year they get something. They do something with them.
I think I just realized something. Wasn't what's his name? What's Ratchet's race name? Like
A wombat? Or am I crazy?
no, not a wombat. It's something similar.
Yeah, I don't know.
Warlock or whatever. I think he's supposed to be the last of his race, isn't he? And so
I really don't. Yeah, you're talking to the wrong guy. I haven't played enough Ratchet.
Even when I did play, I didn't like follow. Unfortunately, the story enough
Yeah,
to.
so this might be big for somebody else, but I think to us it doesn't really mean
I mean, if I
anything.
did play this game being older now, I would pay more attention to it. But when I
Yeah.
was into this, I just was going through fucking shit up.
I think I might be
Yeah.
right on that. That he was the last one of his racers, supposedly. The last one. So maybe, who knows? Maybe this could be like his sister or something. Who knows?
Sister in the future.
Or maybe his
I
I
mean,
don't know about
daughter.
that. Big stretch.
I
Yeah,
mean, it could be,
that's
or
true.
maybe they throw in some story where it's like it's his original world and he got like thrown into
Yeah,
that other
Yeah.
dimension somehow.
yeah. They're talking about dimensions, so I'm assuming like split dimensions where like what if they survive,
When
things
you were
like that.
just a baby, they attacked and we threw you through this portal, and you look like you've grown up just
Yeah,
fine.
something dumb like that. Then we have Square Enix's title after this, which
Yeah,
was
which one was that?
Project
Oh,
Athia, the game that looked a little rough on the end.
yeah. Here you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
This,
they didn't really show enough for me to have like a real opinion. I mean, it looked like it could be interesting, but like,
I,
I
I
mean,
I know we all
what's the
thought this
game
is.
about? Like, I didn't really get the concept of the game.
And it just kind of looked like a run. I mean, as far as we know, it looks like an adventure game, but she controls nature. It looks like for a little bit.
Oh yeah, like roots and stuff like
Yeah.
that we saw in a Desert Reel. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean they showing platforming and that and yeah, I don't know. It's Square Enix. I mean they're working on they've done
Looks
single player games for a
That
while,
scene
but
looked good with it, where she was standing looking at the clouds. That looked cool.
yeah, unless you're moving.
Yeah.
Don't move. Looks good. But I'm just looking up Luminous quickly to see what they worked on. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
So
don't know. I don't have much to say about it really.
yeah, I mean, there really isn't
Yeah.
too much to say. I mean, the game looks pretty. I mean, there's a dragon. That's cool.
Yeah, the dragon. Yeah, that's what I said. I
But-
thought the dragon part looked cool, but it's just like,
Uh,
but for what?
Oh, designed exclusively for PlayStation 5 as well. So if we're gonna be getting any future titles, who knows? They could be
Yeah.
PlayStation 5 as well.
So I looked up the company quick and it looks like they're fairly new and obviously they use the Luminous engine and this is their new debut game. The only thing they worked on previously was the Stadia version for Final Fantasy 15.
Which what was no? I'm thinking about a different engine. Never mind. I was thinking about the Crystallis engine, the one that they're trying to make for
Yeah, I don't
Versus.
know. Yeah, but yeah, this is their new debut. We'll see. Otherwise, they don't really have a pedigree right now, but we'll
Yeah.
see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it turns out.
Yep. Next is called Stray.
Oh,
So
Yeah, that's the
that
cat one.
robot. Yeah, the robot focus.
Okay.
game.
So low key, I'm kind of interested. I
Yeah.
don't know. I really don't know where you would go with this game. Like maybe you got like a litter at home and you just gotta feed them bitches. Or I don't really know, but I think it would be interesting to navigate a world through like the eyes of a cat. I think they've done this before, like on a very like low scale. There's like I don't know if it was like a G mod or fucking some. I've seen the concept somewhere, but this looks like they just took that concept and blew it up. And I am kind of really interested just to see what kind of mechanics and like different things and ways they would allow you to interact with the world or levels. Because I don't know if it's open world or if it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a short little description about the game that says that this is set in a world where humans have died off, and like robots are just taking over humanity's old roles, but apparently cats are in abundance, like they're still there. I mean, that's all we know about it right now. But that's a little synopsis of the game.
I'm really interested in the world, like, just by itself. I mean, I wouldn't care to see it through a cat's eyes, but I mean, if that's the route they want to take, then that's the route they're gonna take. But I think the world itself just looks very interesting. I'd like to see it from any perspective, to be honest.
that is a very interesting concept, having no humans and having the robots take over and see what a world of robots would look. I think it's cool though because it's like if you see the world that they've created, which is part of the reason why you're probably really interested, the colors, the robotics, all that stuff. But like I'm just seeing a world where like the cat can navigate through damn near anything. So it's like interesting to see like what would the game's motivation be and being able to like move around this environment
I've seen
through the
plenty. Yeah, I've seen plenty of. I wouldn't know if they're indie, but I've seen plenty of games where you play as like maybe like a baby dinosaur or something, and then you're supposed to live and thrive and try not to get eaten, or they'll thrive as a snake, and but they're pretty much just like go out in the wilderness and survive kind of deals. In this,
Mm.
I'm just wondering what you would do as a cat. I
Right.
mean,
Before we moved on, before we move on. That's the only thing I want from you two is what do you think the motivation is, like outside of just surviving,
well,
like so
No
your goal
motivation.
every day is you just get on and feed your cat, and then like what's the motivation behind it? Like that's what I'm trying to that's what I'm perplexed
I
about right
I think it would just it's just world exploration. That's all it is. I don't think.
I think you're like supposed to ask like what happened in this world, and you
T-
find things out through a cat eyes
now.
Yeah.
Oh, you
perspective.
just kind of get clues and hints
Hmm.
through
Yeah, that's
exploring
what
shit.
I think. But
I could
cool.
that could be
Let's
interesting
keep
for
Uh,
sure.
chugging along. Got plenty of games.
plenty of
Um,
games.
plenty of games. Returnal.
Oh, that game was
I
this guy
forget
over
what the hell
here
that was.
didn't like the name for some reason.
Fucking Richard, because the name is terrible. It seems like they were lazy. Like they sat down for 20 minutes and like, fuck it, let's pick that one.
This game looked a
Yeah,
little
so
bizarre.
because this is the one made by Housemark, and like I said before, Housemark has made like a bunch of like killer PlayStation they made Resogun
I
way back in
remember
the
that.
PS3 days.
Yeah, I
Uh,
remember
yeah,
Resogun.
from the newest ones, they always do these arcade like games, and they do them extremely well. Like
Mm.
they're super fun.
So
So
the
seeing them come out with like a full-fledged 3D game that they can call their own, that has that kind of like bullet hell perspective with like third person shooting, dashing,
Yeah.
and these enemy types, like what the hell? It's cool. It's an evolution of the
Yeah,
company. They're doing good things, and
yeah,
this is what
Yeah,
they're doing.
outside of the name, it does look like a very fun game.
yeah. The game had me pretty interested from just the combat perspective itself. I think you'll see here soon. He dashes to the left, but I think immediately that's the first thing I noticed because it shows how fast paced the action can get compared to like what they're actually showing, where it's like more slow paced right now, but it shows how fast the game can actually like rev up. Should be
Yeah,
Well,
in
I
then,
here.
think I think it's gonna be roguelike, if anything, because like
Yeah,
yeah.
the loot,
yeah.
the dying, you get better stuff next time, better modifiers or something like that.
Well, that was I was interested in that too. She tried to like touch on it in like the story, like during one of the cinematics, where she's like, every time I come back, and I didn't hear that part for some reason. Right after she said that, like it something changes every time she comes back, or she retains something, or I don't know. I didn't see it, so I'm interested to see how they do that, because obviously you're gonna die at some point. So do you just start back at the starting point and go through all the shit again, just better, or
Yeah, that's a roguelike tend to do, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Because that always sucks. I mean, that's why I personally don't play a lot of roguelikes. I don't like losing all my progress. But no,
beating
I
that
mean,
first guy
Housemark,
76 times in a day?
yeah. Yeah, it's Housemark, so I think I'm definitely gonna look at that game.
Yeah.
It'd be a good one to follow and see what happens with it as it comes
Sackboy, do you
closer.
guys want to talk about it?
Was this?
I'm
Oh,
okay if we move on.
Sackboy.
I
Sackboy.
mean, it's Sackboy, right? It's fun
Uh,
for the kids.
I mean,
It's like
I mean, it looks fun to like sit around and have some drinks with your friends, and then when they die, you take a shot and see
it,
how far we.
it looks fun. I'm just hoping it has what was it? World is it like world creation and stuff like that? Like the original Little Big Planets.
I
Mm,
don't know about that, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it doesn't. It doesn't
like-
look like it will, but I'm hoping they add that later down the line with like updates or something. But
they might, because the way it looks, this one looks like it's focused around.
it looks it looks
like
like
friends playing with friends and stuff.
Mhm.
So
it looks like it has collectibles as well. So I'm thinking they might have some type of feature like that, but maybe they just didn't advertise it. But other than that,
I think it could be fun. It could be fun when you play
yeah.
with friends. But I don't.
Oh, this game.
yeah, just move on. Destruction All-Stars. Lucid Games.
This game,
Um,
I definitely, if this comes to PC at one point at all, I'm definitely gonna get it. this is a game I can say right now I'm probably 99.9% gonna get. It just looks like
I don't know about. Well, I get where you're coming from PC, but it's like obviously you can use a controller on PC, but obviously like with vehicles, I'd rather use a controller.
oh yeah.
But then the third person, I don't know if we've seen. I don't know if you're just supposed to run away and just survive. I mean,
well, you can see
like
like
okay, you
right.
kick somebody.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, they kick the other people, and then they also jump on other people's cars and kind of blow them up or like take them out. So you can still be effective once your car's fucked. But does everybody start with a car though? Because it looked like some of them, like at the beginning, just ran out their
I
own
think
feet.
so. I think everyone has like a personality, a car, and then you can obviously if it gets destroyed, you can jump out of it or something, right?
I'm hoping there's also a lot of character customization. If not, then I mean, some of the characters obviously look pretty sick, regardless.
See, like right there, he jumped.
Car customization, I'd like to see as well.
Yeah, because I just see a lot of parkour, some kicking, and like
and then that's
I don't know
another
how
thing
feasible, you know.
Another thing is it's just bashing. Like there aren't any weapons, which I'm not against. That's kind of takes out the whole machine gun like shooting shit. You know, you know, like this right here where he did the blade and just ran into him. But then like the problem I have with like the running into other people, like how much does that damage your car and like how much, you know what I mean, as far as like at one point does it become just a fucking I don't know, like a clusterfuck of like you just fucking your shit up and
It
not really be
looks like other people have like additional power ups. See, like this car right here has like almost like a shield. He has like a speed boost. See some.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if maybe per car they come with their own exclusive like attacks or abilities.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm thinking that.
And after you reach
I'm just thinking that I'm just thinking that when you're out of your vehicle that you probably aren't as effective as you are in actually being in a vehicle, right? Because that's those are your abilities. That's how you do mostly a lot of your damage. They just give you a chance to survive if you can.
Yeah, I think it might be point based where if you destroy your car, that's a point. You kill a guy, like run him over, that's a point, and then they respawn. So
yeah, it could be.
It would be interesting too. Because then at one point, you know, I mean, it'd be interesting to see too. Because at one point, like there would only be one person in the car and everybody else is on foot. So like, does that deem that person the winner at that point, or do you still fuck him up and then it's the last person surviving even on foot? Like, it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just less whatever stand. Like just survive.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kenna Bridge of Spirits.
Yeah, Kenna.
Kind of like the Pixar-like game. That looks pretty insane.
This,
in my opinion.
I'm excited about this.
Yeah, this actually reminded me a lot about Scott.
Yeah, I like the aesthetic of this game and like just like, even the way it looks and like the way it looks and plays is it seems like, and like the story that it's bringing like the whole shamanistic like spiritual like powers, and I don't know, it appeals to me a lot. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to try this one out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because like a lot of the like old school platformers, like the third person platforms that we have are like Ratchet and Clank, and I think it's nice to see a game like this just like bring something different to the table and just a new IP at that. I think it's nice, and especially with the graphics and the way it's trying to look, it looks extremely well.
Yeah, it looks like it's all like
so good.
Open too, like no, like obviously none of the loading screens. Like if you wanted to climb up that bridge area right there, like it looks like there'd be like a way for you to find a way up there. And
it kind of looks like you're almost climbing these terrains to get up to this mountain over here. I wonder what's the emphasis on these little furry guys that follow you. Is there a mechanic to the game?
From what I gathered from what they were like the narrator in the game and stuff, like you're trying to help like right there it showed you like she found like a spirit and it went into like one of those little things, and like so, and essentially in a way I think there's some way of like you're supposed to be restoring the spirits to the nature or whatever. I didn't really get that, but and it would also be interesting too because like you see she actually uses those like during combat like, right there. You know what I mean? And so that'd be an interesting mechanic too to see how well those work and some of the things that they can do.
Yeah, I don't know if they're helping them out during this boss fight though, but
it's like parries. Like it actually has a pretty good combat system by the looks
Oh,
of it.
that's a little interesting. Depending on what's affecting, depending on the boss that you're fighting, it looks like they have an environmental effect, or maybe that's just like I don't know what this is.
Well, yeah, like she killed the boss, and then it like repaired
Yeah,
that area. But you see the little
Yeah.
black things coming from it.
yeah.
So like, where they just did like the
Were they
boss like
bad?
suck
Well,
them
Were they
up
lost?
and
they
like
they didn't
yeah.
necessarily come out from here. They came out from like just the earth. So it looks like you're trying to.
Nuh-uh, no, they exploded
It
off of it.
exploded.
Oh, did they?
I
Like,
think
watch,
so.
go back. Yeah, like see
Yeah.
like right
Oh,
there,
there
they're at
they
the
go.
very top.
Okay.
Or
So like,
maybe she
Okay.
threw them at it so they could fix it or like restore balance. I don't know.
Huh.
yeah, something. I
Maybe
feel
it's a
like
spell. But
yeah,
still,
it'd be.
pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I'll
Yeah,
take.
I'm excited about that. I'm definitely following
I'll
that
take back what I said in the first impressions video reaction.
one.
It does look like it will not be a 2 to 3 hour game. I'll definitely say it looks a lot better after diving in a little bit more.
Yeah, and actually taking a look.
Yeah.
Yeah, did this one say when it did this have a release date?
Um,
Did it say holidays or did it say 2021? I didn't see
it
it.
didn't say anything.
Mm. Yeah, I'll have to just follow it though.
Yeah.
And then we have the hand-drawn art style.
Well, we're
Can we
skipping
just,
this,
like-
please.
It's called
Everybody just say
Goodbye
they-
Goodbye Volcano High.
Yeah.
And it's just like like a coming of age, end of an era kind of type of game. I think this was confirmed for 2021 as well.
Right.
I
So
don't know. It's unique.
So my question is
Say
still
what?
is it's a story game like where that you watch some cinematics and then it tells you to pick a dialogue and then it affects going forward. Is that what this is? Because it didn't really show.
It could be.
Because a lot of these hand-drawn games, I think they might have like 2D perspectives where you move your character around and your objective is to like talk to people. But I don't know. It looks unique. It's weird because like just the soundtrack when I was hearing it, it sounded pretty good and like everything did. But like obviously we've seen this like weird gender or like bending of like animals to humans, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I'm only opposed to it because I don't think it'd be my type of game, but I can see the appeal for the people who are into those.
I don't know, because like in my opinion, I see it more than that. It's like if you could deliver me a good story,
I think what it's gonna be.
like at the end of the day, however you represent the characters or however they look, like I don't. Well, as long as they're humanoid, I guess we can relate more. But like at the end of the day, it's like that's what matters to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more or less gonna be a point and click adventure style game, where
Could be that too.
or it could be what are those games? Not necessarily like The Walking Dead, not like those ones where you point a direction at a certain time and then they go like bypass the thing. I don't know. Could be. I'm not looking forward to it. Not at all.
Yeah, like I said,
um,
me either. I can see the appeal for the people who are interested.
Yeah, but it's not my game.
I don't know. I've played plenty of these like story hand-drawn games.
Lame games, more like
Well, that's the thing about games, dude. Like, there's a lot of experiences. It's not just.
And there's a lot of bad experiences too.
Everything in this conference, in my opinion, looked pretty good. But next we have Oddworld Soulstorm.
Was that what it was called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soulstorm.
And then, so you guys know nothing about Oddworld then, or?
No,
Yeah,
I've never encountered it.
I played the PS1 one.
It sounds
Yeah.
like you didn't make it too far, possibly, or?
I didn't really care at the end of the day. The character design seemed weird. Everything about the game was pretty weird.
Yeah.
So I didn't keep on playing it. And once they went to like the 3D where you could switch between the two, I'm like,
Yeah,
this is odd. I thought
3D
it was gonna be 2D all the way.
3D one was a no-go for me, but I know the creator of this game actually he's actually pretty dedicated to this franchise, and he's actually I remember watching a documentary about like how he presented the game to Sony and everything, and they thought they thought it was going to be a big thing. I mean, obviously, since you guys don't know about it, I wouldn't say that it's not, but it definitely has its fan base. And
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm sure it's good, but I just feel like it appeals more to a niche
Mhm.
group
It,
of people, and I don't know, I'm not part of
yeah,
that.
if you guys would ever
I'm
It,
play the classics, I'd definitely recommend them because
same
although
shit. Don't play it.
yeah, I mean honestly, it's
Like
the
if you don't like the way this looks, you're probably not gonna like the
yeah
classics. If I'm being honest.
I would suggest playing the remasters. I would say, and if you don't like those, then you probably won't like this because those first couple games are all just puzzle games. That's really all it is. Is like you command a certain character to go a certain way, make sure you don't get caught on the process, and if they
mm,
die, then they'll usually like there's a cause and then there's a huge effect. So if you cause somebody to like die by accident, just
mhm,
because like you told them like the wrong command, like hey walk forward, but then you told them to jump at the wrong time, they'll end up killing themselves and then they'll end up exposing you to the whole level, and
mm.
all the guards will be alerted and then they'll like they'll just see some guy
Yeah.
falling from the air and just die and they'll look up like what was that?
Well, from the guy at the beginning, the one who was pre pre talking about this
Mm.
game before they actually showed the trailer. That's what he said. He said the the consequences are gonna be even more for like killing people and shit. So
Yeah,
I think
that'd be
I
fun.
think truthfully honest, I think this would be one of those games where I could watch somebody play like streaming,
Mm.
pop in every now and then, and maybe enjoy it that way. But I don't
Yeah.
think I would enjoy playing it.
I mean, I could see like again, I could see that take as well. If you play it, I think you'll have a good time, but you need to just kind of like give it a shot.
Hmm.
No.
That's definitely what it is.
Cool. Ghostwire Tokyo. So I don't know if you guys know about Tango GameWorks, but they made the Evil Within 1 and 2.
Okay.
So they kind of made that horror game, and now they're going to a complete different direction, right? It's like this is a first-person game set in Tokyo, and obviously they have a lot of spirits and folklore, Japanese folklore, and things you're supposed to fight. But this game doesn't seem as scary in the
Yeah, I mean,
right. It just looks more puzzling. It looks more.
I think the Evil Within was
I don't
was trying a little bit too hard to be like Resident Evil, and then at the same time, it's kind of like at some points
do
it's
know
like
because
these are a little weird, but that's all they are.
well, Evil Within, it was actually made by a
Yeah, the
guy
Resident
who worked
Evil.
on Resident Evil.
Yeah,
So no surprise there.
yeah,
But
yeah. I knew that.
um, but yeah, I don't know. It looks dope. I didn't expect the first person. It kind of looks like it's only based off of your powers and what you're supposed to do with them.
Mm.
Like most games usually have you pair a gun with your abilities, but in this case it just seems to be all abilities. Um, which is fine. But I was excited we finally saw some gameplay.
Yeah, it looks good. It's just I'm not into the whole scary games. I don't fucks with that shit. So,
I'd say
but it
that.
looks fun. It doesn't. But like you said, like you premised, like it doesn't look scary. It just looks like it has the scary people in it, and then it does like the combat does look fun. You know?
Yeah,
That's
it's a
it.
little arcadey, dude.
Yeah, it looks creepy, arcadey, and it looks okay.
Looks
I don't
interesting.
know. Looks interesting to me. I don't know. It's different than things that we've seen, but not what I expected. I
Yeah,
expected something different, to be
I
honest.
expected something a lot more hardcore, to be honest. Oh well.
Cool. Oh,
Oh
JETT, The Far Shore,
yeah.
the
This
indie game made by Super Brothers.
okay. Is it just me or do these uniforms remind me of I was saying it throughout the reaction, but they remind me of the Journey uniforms, the Journey scarf.
Just because it's a scar.
No, because of the design they have, like
I don't know. Like, I think there's a
Ziggy's right here.
Yeah,
team's
I don't
just
know about
cultures,
that.
bro.
Yeah, I feel like they tried to make it like a cultural thing. But then
No.
like so they're like in the plains. They gotta live in fucking tiki huts. There's horses and shit, and then there's this random spaceship out of nowhere. So it's like I'm not sure what they're doing with this game. And
No,
are we agreeing that it's just all exploration?
I
it
don't
just looks
know.
like a journey through mankind, dog. I think at the heart of its message, you're supposed to be like, hey, this is the world. It's super dreary. Let's go to space
And find another
and
world, maybe.
let's just
Carve out a
things.
future for a people haunted by oblivion.
Yeah.
So it could be their civilization's looking for another planet.
So I was right. Somebody was like, "Let's make Interstellar into a game."
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, to an
maybe.
extent. I mean, it looks
Yeah.
cool. I mean, it looks like a fun little. This one truly is.
Well, cause
neat.
like,
it
when
looks
like
neat.
right now they're leaving, but when you start to see them like go to like the other planets that are full of ocean and all that shit, it all just reminds me of Interstellar. Like they're just basically you just visit other planets and find one suitable. Is
Yeah,
what it
I mean,
seems
it
like.
could be, but we could be completely wrong as well.
See, look, I'm not gonna make a fucking world and there's this big ass dragon in the sea. And then is that spines or is that like from something that died?
I don't know.
Or maybe that's the same place. It's just dead now.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, because they're just showing like segments of the game. Like I don't know how it plays.
Look,
Like I don't
that
know.
sea
Like,
looks
they
like
keep
ass.
having this 2D.
I'm gonna I'm just gonna say that now. That sea looks like garbage. Okay, look at that sea.
I mean, dude, it's an indie game. Like, I don't think they're here to
Yeah.
focus on water. They're not AAA.
This one
And
looks
it looks a
better.
lot better there, but
Yeah, I don't know.
it's,
It's
yeah.
I probably have to check back in on it and see what's going on when it gets closer to
Holiday
holiday
2020.
2020. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Cool. Let's keep moving on. Godfall. So this was kind of leaked a few months ago. I think this is on it's gonna be on PC and PS4.
It's like one of
But
those
this
first
is like
games that was revealed.
this is one of the first games that they announced, yeah, for the PlayStation 5. It looks pretty dope, like just intense melee combat. It looks like you have varieties with like your weapons, daggers, maces.
Is there any
hammers.
multiplayer at all?
I think on the trailer, you know, when it showed other players around you, I think this is multiplayer. To be honest, like I don't see a reason why it shouldn't be, because it looks perfectly suited for that.
Yeah.
Um,
At the same time,
and
I'm just not seeing
combat looks
anything.
dope to me.
I
It looks
can't.
it looks really good.
Yeah, I like this. I like this.
And
Almost-
I think it'll be out this holiday too. So yeah, you have like ultis. Looks like.
Almost seems like a Dynasty Warriors type.
Yeah,
But like
Really?
the big. Well,
Dynasty's ridiculous because it's super hacky and slashy. This kind of reminds me a little bit like of God of War.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, I can see that.
but like
that sounds like better.
with the shield and hammer, it looked more like it. But obviously with different weapon types, you can
Bayonetta.
move faster, hit faster, and I don't know I don't know if this game was supposed to be like competing against. No, well, no, because this is a hack and like it is kind of like a beat 'em up for sure.
Holiday 2020, so could be a launch title.
Oh no, it is.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
But yeah, looks cool. I mean, like I think PS5 right now needs all the launch titles it needs, and this just looks like a fun game that people can definitely get into. So
Yeah.
I think it'll do well. Solar Ash. Creators of Hyper Light Drifter looks like they've stepped up and tried to make a 3D game this time around.
I didn't even give this a chance when I was talking about it. I just called it Solar Ass, and that was it. No, the game looked good when he walks up to something and it clearly transitions to 3D. And I was like, whoa, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys play Hyper Light Drifter, that was an excellent like roguelike. You know, it was like a pixel kind of top-down kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're just trying to make a 3D game, and this is what they're trying to create. I don't know how it plays. I mean, because gameplay was amazing in Hyper Light, so I don't know about this game. They don't really show much action, do they?
I think she just
I don't
jumps across the water here, right here, and then it goes from this and then upside down. But I think this part looks really cool when she jumps onto the next platform after it passes by.
This is where you said Solar Ass.
Yeah, this is why I said Solar Ass.
To be honest, I like the art style and
Yeah.
stuff of these games. I've never that one. I just don't know. Just because I don't think it showed me enough to be like, hey, play this shit.
You're
But
not too excited for it, but
'cause-
it's definitely
well, 'cause-
interesting enough.
yeah, because outside of the art style and stuff, like I am appealed to other games that have that art
Mhm.
style, but that's it. As far as like the gameplay, like who was the white bitch? She was like, "Hey, look, you know she was like, "Hey, you came to me," and then like pushed her somewhere or something.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
don't know.
it's made by again a really good reputable company. So I think a lot of people who
We'll
played
be pretty
have to like
excited.
are looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Hitman, we got Hitman 3. I don't think this was much of a surprise. Like Hitman's Hitman.
Yeah,
at the
we
end
knew
of the day,
Hitman
and
was
they're
gonna
they're
come.
still going with it.
It was gonna come eventually, if not the launch title the year after.
Yeah, because I didn't even know this was part of a trilogy, but this is the last one, and I will say that it's nice that they're on next gen hardware because some of the areas to me, I'm like, what the hell am I looking at? Like you have like a sky city, like
Yeah.
they're really going like bonkers with like just like taking you from like completely different locations to another location. And I don't know, Hitman was always pretty fun, you know, you just get in there, do a contract, do it any way you want, really. It's
Look.
really, there's a lot of freedom with it.
Who is this man right here? Not this guy, but
Who knows?
the
Maybe
man
play
with the
trailer and
hair.
find out.
That's why you said this is ain't Hitman.
Yeah, this is why I said, is this Hitman? Because I thought they were showing the main character right here.
You can kind of see his face in the reflection there, and I'm pretty sure that
Probably
he's
just
the
the
guy.
villain.
He's that guy right there.
But this
Or
guy
wait, no,
doesn't-
no.
This guy doesn't have hair.
Oh no,
No. It's the. I mean, I thought it was coming up to the scene where the guy's on the balcony. Watch, you'll see. There's like a guy who pops up on a balcony or some shit.
Like which hairs look badass? Look, just look at the colors that they introduced through all these levels. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't big into Hitman, but
Hitman,
I
I.
could appreciate it. I could appreciate
Jan-
it. 2021.
Ooh, January
Early
2021.
2021.
Okay, so not a launch title, but still something to give the boys something to play with. Something I'm kind of surprised about. We'll talk about it later, but I'm surprised we didn't get to see any like Call of Duty for PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I mean,
Nothing at
we
all.
can talk about it later.
Yeah.
Astro's Playroom. I don't know if you guys want to dwell on this too much. I don't.
Oh,
Let's just skip it. Just the playroom, just the thing that comes with like even the PS4 had a playroom thing where you just kind of play around with the settings and figure things out. This one was really interesting. This is called Little Devil Inside.
yeah.
I like this one. I would spend some hours. I would give it a try and see if this is one I would dive into and then see if I hate it or love it. I don't think there'd be any in between for me.
It's kind of strange because I don't know if you're supposed to play like two different lifestyles, like a guy in the city who's like really bored, just mundane stuff, and then you play as an adventurer who's like doing high risk, or maybe he sleeps and he dreams of this. Or
It could be
like
something like that. Yeah.
Like it could be something that he longs for, and that he maybe he has these
like he's
things
the
happening, but,
storyteller or
okay.
something.
Yeah, that too. Like I think it's interesting.
Because they keep going back to this old guy, and it's like, well,
and then
are you like
it's
living
weird 'cause
out his dreams?
yeah, the gameplay segments for this adventure look crazy. Like the segments of what he's doing. To me, it looks insane. Like, look at this. You're just stabbing some weird creatures, and then like you're grappling
Wow,
down
that's
things.
fucking
You have
sick.
a gun, giant creatures. It's like
I gotta say,
It's called the Devil Inside or something. Is that
Little
what?
Little Devil Inside.
Yeah.
Little Devil Inside. So yeah, it definitely sounds like it could be this guy's fucking.
That looks like the old man though. Huh.
Maybe it was his father.
Maybe. Yeah, that could be it too. And then he's like
going to war with
the
his
buddy.
father, his dreams, and his imagination.
Or it could just be maybe this is his past, the old man's past, and then now he's just like mundane life now.
Pass from the city. He went from flying dragons to the city.
he could. You never know.
I don't know about that. But
Hey, you never know.
looks good. Looks good. Looks fun.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm definitely gonna. I'm gonna give that one a shot.
We gotta give this a shot though, right, boys?
God, I mean, if
And then
I
I'll defend sports game and just tell you that hey, they're pretty fun. At the end of the day, like NBA, especially NBA. Like I don't know about you guys, but
What's wrong
like
with this guy?
they're always gonna be here.
What's wrong with this guy?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, they're always gonna
They
be
are.
there.
Have you played them?
Yeah, I like Madden personally.
See, everyone has one that they could say that they at least like out of all the sport games.
Yeah,
So,
unfortunately, I'm not one of
what's-
those guys that are gonna buy it every year, but I could definitely sit down
No
and just play some.
Hell no. I
Did
mean,
you say,
it's
did
cool
you
with
say
NBA
no
2K
shit?
when
There's some
you
there's some
have
people that buy them
mods.
every year, dude. Dedicated fans.
Yeah, but who wants to get ripped off of those loot boxes?
The
Dude.
fans
The fans, of course.
that want that Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
I'm
no
like-
surprise there. New NBA
Yay, sports.
coming this fall.
That could have hurt him.
Bugsnax.
What?
Bugsnax.
What's next?
That weird game by Octodad. The-
Oh, snacks,
Well, you
bug
eat-
snacks.
Oh,
Yeah, I
fuck
just
that
love
game.
that.
Where you eat a burger
What?
and your hand turns to a French fry.
I'm not gonna lie, I really like this game.
Oh my god.
I don't. It's freaking weird.
I like the charm to it. Just everything about it is pretty funny. Like when you think of a strawberry being a little animal, that's something you would think
there
of.
is no charm. It's just bizarre.
What do you mean there is no charm? Look, little
It's
googly eyes.
bizarre.
It's funny. It's cute.
It's bizarre.
What's that movie? Something with the meatballs.
Like, it's trying to.
The ones with the meatballs fall from the sky. I hated that movie.
Yeah, that's basically this.
Yeah. I
No,
it's
you
trying to
don't
be
know that.
For kids, it's trying to be for kids, but it isn't. Like, I don't know if you guys play Octodad at all, but like,
It's like
it
for
had
me.
that, like, childlike, feel to it. But once you actually played it, you just know that they play adult humor into it as well. So
This is for me.
you're not.
See,
Gonna play it.
look, little like caterpillars that are like ribs. How creative is that?
All right, let's move on.
No, I like this game.
Let's get out of here.
I want this. I'm gonna buy this game.
No one cares about this.
I
Come
wa-
on, the next game. We have to get
But,
to
like-
it. You know what it is.
I don't even know what the point of this game is.
The
Like, you just
point-
eat food and turn into shit.
Dude,
Is that-
Octodad was nonsense too, so...
Oh,
Look, he has
That's
cinnamon
fun.
roll as a hat.
Alright, dude, come on.
he's got wiener hands.
Dude! Wait, you have to ease into this. You know what it is.
Look.
Oh, come on, I'm done. We're
You
already
know
here.
what it is.
We're already
We
here.
already here. Alright, this guy. I don't know if you know much about
Oh fuck!
Demon Souls.
Nah.
But, okay, so get this. To me, it's kind of weird that... I don't know if Shuei Yoshida said this. The guy that was speaking about it, but he said that it was his a beloved game to him. Surprisingly, okay, so Demon Souls was the first Souls game ever released. It was exclusive on the PS3, and I don't know if it was him, but somebody played a pre-alpha game of Demon Souls, and they literally said it was dog shit.
Yeah,
Like,
they
don't release this game.
They said it was
It's
awful.
terrible.
And he
then,
still worked on it and
yeah.
everything and released it. And
Well,
it's pretty much a
the
prequel
guy,
to Dark Souls.
the guy Hideaki, what's his name? Miyazaki? Yeah, Miyazaki.
Yeah, Miyazaki.
He everyone gave up on the game, and they literally allowed him to essentially do what he wanted with it because everyone thought it was going to be a failure. So this guy literally, not so much that he built it from the ground up, but he just like created it. He took it, he made it his own, and did the best that he could with it. And ever since then, he's like had like his career skyrocketed. He's made all these Souls games, and it's just really impressive. But Demon Souls to us is huge. It's this game was like
This is our first
we didn't know
Souls
anything
game.
about it, and it was so unique at the time. And seeing a fully remastered, because I don't know if you know about Blue Point. Blue Point, they've remastered game like Shadow of the Colossus, which is their newest one. And then what else have they done? Oh yeah,
fuck.
they did a bunch of like smaller or like older games. They're responsible. They're like a remaster company through and through. Like that's all they focus on is making a game like as good as possible, and they're amazing at it. They're like the company you want to work on your older game. So yeah, let's play this thing, dude. Let's look at it.
Let's see what
Again.
Shuhei Yoshida has to say.
We can't hit. Well, I can't hit, but still. So yeah, this guy just came around and fixed the game. If you like Souls game, dude, like you have to play this. Like it is.
He says the game
It
is
is
near
the
and
original.
dear to his heart.
It is now.
Now that I made him some cash money, God damn it.
I'm pretty sure it was Yoshida that said that, but to be fair, maybe the pre-alpha was complete shit, and then after they fixed it up, after Miyazaki fixed it up, it's a lot better.
See, right
Dude,
here, it's so different.
I didn't even guess.
It is
It's
so different. It is so
Like,
completely different.
If we could show you the 3D CGI, you'd see it. Like the mood is so different. This looks so clear to me.
Oh, absolutely.
It looks so clear and clean that I didn't even think that it was actually Demon Souls at all.
This is absolutely different compared
Like
to
Scott, we could show you we could show everyone the first trailer. I feel like it's a good contrast.
Yeah, I'm down to see it.
Oh, is this the?
Just open up a new tab and
Yeah.
let's look at the it's Demon Souls trailer. It should be the first one ever. The cinematic trailer. Let's just let this one run and then we'll just play the other one.
We'll definitely talk over this one as well, but. Oh. Or should I play this one or should I just play the?
No, just play this one.
Okay. It looks pretty blurry to be honest.
No, it is old and like yeah, this is the way it looked like. It was pure CGI. Obviously, it wasn't like anything in game. It was just there to be a trailer.
Oh, that's where that's from. Sorry, okay, I gotta go back because I was wondering these characters walking on the beach, like these are hard. I don't ever even remember seeing them in the original game. I was wondering who are these guys.
They had a lot of artwork and stuff. But yeah.
Oh wow, it's crazy going back to the original and comparing the two. And this is the part we're waiting for right here.
That's what we knew. Like put it back. That's what we knew it was Demon Souls.
Yeah, I saw that where the
the body. Yeah.
So it was like if there's a fucking dragon carrying somebody.
But yeah, as you'll see in the other trailer, like they only grabbed bits and pieces of it. They didn't really redo this whole thing in and of itself, but
it's beautiful.
Yeah, the game was way different.
Yeah.
Dude, it looks so old.
It does. It looks almost like
it's crazy.
It's so beautiful. Oh, and the environments are gonna be so.
So what? This is like the prequel. This is like the beginning of like Dark Souls and all that and stuff. Or
well, to be fair, they're not related at all because Demon Souls was the PS3 one, and Sony had rights to it. Mm-hmm. So when they wanted to go more, obviously, on other platforms, they couldn't take the name Demon Souls, so they just made Dark Souls. So I think they would have continued and maybe called it Demon Souls 2, but maybe the game was different enough that they wanted to start a new trilogy. But either way, this is what started everything.
Oh, it's so beautiful. And then they actually, some of these bosses you see in the new trailer, they've completely redesigned. Like the Flame Lurker, that's his name. They completely not completely. They still kept some flame aspects, but his model looks completely different.
Well, I wouldn't. Well, yeah, but you could still tell it's the Flame Lurker.
Yeah, that night. I remember them showing that night.
Not that it's too crazy. It's just like they just added more aesthetics to them.
And just this right here. Well, I'll come back to this one we're watching.
All right, let's go to the other one. So yeah, dude, like who would have guessed? Like I'm pretty sure this is all in game, dog. Because like I'm pretty sure it's all in game.
And we haven't even seen a bridge yet over here anyway.
It doesn't look CGI. Yeah, the little guys. Look at that. They're fully animated.
Oh yeah, the people. Yeah, the people that you.
This is in game, dude.
Oh
this
God.
is in game. I'm 100% in game. This is supposed to show off, and it's crazy to me. Like what the fuck?
Wow, you can see the
fog that settles in.
Wow. Oh, these are the ones that take you from that one witch's.
That take you, yeah. And
the
dude,
man eater.
Oh, can you just pause there, dude? Take it back. Come on, slow it down. Like if they actually have it like a storm.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
They
Oh,
changed the completely
God.
like aesthetic of the boss fight.
Yeah. Oh God.
Like,
Oh.
look at this shit.
I like how you
Dude, I want you to slow-mo this shit.
slow-mo.
Or you can play it, but I want you to keep playing it. It's weird. You can right click and like play it at a slower speed if you wanted to. Or the little wrench, I think. My bad. The little wrench.
Yeah.
Little wrench.
Playback speed. Do like 0.25 or something. Just.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I went too far ahead. Get out of here, Shuhei Yoshida. We're gonna play all this slow-mo. All this.
Yeah, we can just look at it.
It's beautiful. I don't even know what. Did we even have a level to this?
Dude, I don't. Dude, what if they added content?
They have to, please. The land of the giants.
No, like, okay, dude. Okay, get this, Scott. There was a place. Okay, so in the game you have this hub, and then there's little what do you call them? Like altars, I guess, and they're kind of like how you go into levels, right?
Mhm.
And there was a broken one for Land of the Giants that we never went into, and some people think that's the Dark Souls world. There are a lot of giants.
And you couldn't go into it because they didn't put it.
It was broken.
It was nothing. It was broken.
And we all thought me and Adan thought it'd be like DLC and stuff.
No, that would have been cool. What if they introduce it in this game?
They might
repair it. You repair it in this.
There's certain NPCs as well that are missing from the original game, and if you actually look at like some data mine stuff, you can actually like, and people actually opened up the World of the Giants level in a old build, and they were able to walk through whatever was still left or like still being developed on, and it's incomplete, very incomplete. But there's still like a samurai NPC you can interact with, and there's like a female NPC as well. But those NPCs we haven't seen at all.
Good. Look at that lighting.
And then oh god,
fucking hell!
Like this cutscene is completely like,
dude, this isn't even the same
Lord.
game.
Oh god, this is gonna be one hell of a game to play through again. I'm hoping at least if they, because they have to add invasions and PvP and stuff again. I'm hoping they fix some of that, but I really doubt they will.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if we'll point it's mess with online stuff yet. Really, it's always about the single player experience.
This skeleton world was the scariest one of them all. So these
guys are assholes.
Dude. So Scott, imagine walking into a world, and all you see is like nothing. You just pick up a bunch of items, and the minute you walk through like this pillar back here, there's this big old skeleton, and if he sees you, the first thing he starts doing is rolling fast as fuck at you.
Holy shit!
He literally rolls and then like tries to slice off your head.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and he has that handle so that he can like crush you.
Right, I saw that on the weapon.
Yeah, he does that move, and then
oh my god, look at the lighting for this area.
I'm sorry, Scott. We're gonna spend. I mean,
no.
He played it, bro.
Something you like.
So you're pretty. When you're fighting this guy, this is how tall you are, probably like the size of his boot. It's maybe the size of his leg.
Hell yeah.
I don't think they did a comparison in this one, but in the old trailer when you fought him, I saw that.
Oh, this has to be the prison.
Ambient. Oh my god.
Oh Lord, know that. Yay!
Particle effect.
Oh, this is where
that you just remembered?
No, I thought that'd be the prison, but no. That's after you fight the blind guy, the blind hero, the old hero.
Yeah, he that whole entire area.
Yeah.
That's where they're at practically.
And then that's where Patch is fucking. Reapers. And look, here's a fucking flame lurker, dude.
That you could cheese him so hard.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, let's keep going.
It's beautiful. Explode the whole map. Let's go.
This is just like old school like fantasy RPG, by the looks of it, but it's damn.
We never even got to look at this originally. Like this is I'm guessing this is probably gonna be the beginning when you first die and get sent to the Nexus.
What do you mean?
The tutorial part. Remember, because after you killed that big fat guy in the tutorial, you get sent here,
Yeah.
and then you still die to the dragon god. So I'm guessing this might be part of that story.
I thought this was the guy that was down in the after you kill the flame lurker in the lava place.
Yeah, but I'm saying in the
Yeah.
beginning of the tutorial zone, if you beat the tutorial boss,
I never beat it, so I
oh,
wouldn't know.
if you beat the tutorial boss, you were sent to
this, and then you die by this guy.
yeah, you die by this guy.
Okay. Cool.
So, and then just this screen
Cool,
compared to
man.
this.
What's up?
Looking at the aesthetic changes, and the moon's in the background. That's pretty cool. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, the moon in the background. I was looking at that. That looks dope as shit.
Oh,
It's weird because it's not that I hate the new aesthetic. It's just so different from what
we're
I'm used to
to.
that Demon Souls was that it kind of bothers me a little bit. But at the end of the day, I know it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. It's gonna look amazing.
Oh
but,
God.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of weird because you do want that purity. You do want the original design, but
Yeah.
whatever. Like it's Blue Point. I'm pretty sure they know what they're doing.
I wonder if they. I don't know if they did or not, but I wonder if they tweaked with any of the weapons or. Because I mean, it has to be running on a new engine and everything. I'm wondering what they did to affect the weapons and all that. If they nerfed anything or.
I think this
I
is
don't know.
their because out of all the remasters and remakes that they've worked on, they were still true to the game, except it just looked 10 times better.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is the first time that they actually let them modify aesthetics and actually go this far. Because Blue Point has never done this before, so we'll see.
God, this game day one. Yeah, we still don't have a release date.
Yeah, I mean, there's still rumors. I mean, there was rumors about this game, and it's nice to see that they've been confirmed. But yeah, we'll see when it comes out.
Did they say for the day?
What, for Demon Souls?
Yeah.
No, they didn't. They didn't say anything.
Nothing. Really?
Nothing. Zip zero nada.
No team.
Deathloop.
Is that what
got
this is?
Deathloop, Arcane Studios. Yeah, people who made Dishonored. They announced this before. Just kind of like a brief trailer. And now that we actually got gameplay and what it was about, it's cool.
What kind of fucking gun is that?
Pretty solid.
Did y'all see that gun?
How he just loaded it up?
Yeah, you just drop the bullets and you don't have to put them in there. No, you just fucking drop them in there.
I did notice that just now. Yeah, I mean, I like the way the game looks. This actually may, if I were to buy any other game, this actually would be another game I'd buy.
Yeah, because Arcade Studios, they're mostly known for stealth games, and I think it's still retaining a lot of that with abilities, but it looks like the loop is like you can restart the loop to do things over again. But then you do have another agent that's trying to hunt you down. That's trying to stop you. But yeah.
Yeah, and you see, it starts to get more chaotic, and you see that so it seems like they encourage the stealth, like they don't want you to just run and gun. I wonder if they allow, like if you do end up taking the route of just running and gunning, if it becomes impossible.
It'll be harder, yeah. And I don't. Yeah, it's weird because you have these contracts, right? We're supposed to kill 6 people or something in the next 12 hours or something, or by midnight or something. Yeah, something like that. I forget exactly, but that looks good.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Did it say when it was gonna come out? I don't think we got anything. Did we? Oh wow.
I mean, if you skip to the end, I'm sure. I think this one did say something, but
I really like the environments though, the liberty to jump between some of these windows.
I will say, dude, Arcane Studios and their level design, it's really good. Really, really good.
What do those remind? Oh, they remind me of God damn it. Those masks remind me of something. Oh, they remind me of that.
Bioshock had that.
Kingdom Hearts. They kind of have like similar looking, like.
Well, Bioshock people had those rabbit masks, or like those masks from the
Oh,
60s or whatever, 40s. I don't know what the hell you call them.
there's a character. There's a character or two that have like similar masks like that. So that's what I was wondering. Where did I see that before?
They just move forward. It stress too long.
They're showing one character. They're showing one character that seems like she might be important. She's the one with the afro. Hey!
She's hunting you.
Yeah, the one that was chasing that he was just.
Yeah, we talked.
Yeah,
about
that girl. Yeah, she's
Really?
the bad. She's essentially the bad guy. You're trying to kill these people, and she's trying to protect.
I
them.
wasn't listening to this. I was just watching the gameplay.
Yeah, he even goes as far to say like she kills him all the time, but like he just keeps coming back.
Yeah, you can do the loop.
Yeah, her.
And I don't know. It's to me, it kind of seems like maybe it could be player controlled.
Yeah, maybe.
Like because I don't know. I went into first person and you see somebody jump down trying to kill them. So I don't know. I'm thinking maybe they announced the multiplayer component and I just forgot. But yeah, that's a thing. Resident Evil 8 Village.
This is something,
dude.
I don't think
Resident Evil does this every fucking time, where they try to show you something and then
Look,
you don't think it's Resident Evil,
I'm like,
and then it is.
You don't think this looks good?
Dude, okay. So people who make games, they only render things that you would see within a game. So they have lighting, and no, it doesn't. It looks terrible.
This looks terrible.
It looks like a Resident Evil engine. It doesn't look like they took much into consideration for next gen, to be honest. It's a twig. Does it look that good?
A twig.
Maybe it looks better, but when I saw it, I'm like, yeah, it looks good. It looks like an improvement, but it doesn't look like it's trying to push anything too hard.
Yeah. I can agree with that. Like right there, that bucket looks like garbage.
Yeah, things look a little soft.
Things look a little bit too squarish, like Scott was saying with the potatoes.
Yeah, but this is crazy. Like, it's I think this is first person, like Resident Evil 6 so far, right?
It could definitely be.
They're just. It's nice that they're actually taking the liberty just to go to a completely different location and just make a story. It's phenomenal. I like that.
I'm still fucked up by the fact. First of all, how did you shoot him and he's not fucking dead? That part pissed me off because I'm not understanding.
Did he?
Well, anyways, yeah, like
blank, maybe.
Fucking straight up shot. Like, did he shoot by his head? I don't know.
Blank.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That one is shot.
I don't know.
I don't understand why you guys aren't like perplexed. Maybe I don't know. Is there another game?
Maybe you're just thinking too much about it.
Fucking werewolves and Van Helsing. Like that's throwing me off.
Okay, dude, get this, Scott. All right, so Resident Evil has these different viruses, right? So we know about the T virus, and that's the one that makes people more or less zombie-like.
Right.
And then Resident Evil 4 introduced Las Plagas, which is a different virus that the villagers had in that game that were more. It wasn't zombie-like. It was more rabid, more. So pretty much what I'm trying to say, like these different viruses introduce different aspects. Like it hasn't always been just about zombies. You've had creatures that can get the virus. You've had monsters like sludge monsters in Resident Evil 5.
Laboratory experiments.
Yeah, it doesn't seem far-fetched. Like, this is probably going to be a new virus that makes people more beast-like, and that's why it seems more Van Helsing-like at the end of the day. So,
yeah, see, my knowledge of that was, so it's not as shocking as it is to me.
It kind of threw me for a curve, but then when I remember what Resident Evil is about, I'm like, yeah, they do that.
See, right here was when I was starting to think it was Resident Evil. I was thinking maybe Resident Evil 4 remastered or something. Because I know in Resident Evil 4 they have a similar door looking like that, and that farm right there also looks very Resident Evil 4-esque. Right here.
Yeah, but that doesn't look like a level that I've seen. It's kind of weird because we know that a Resident Evil 4 remaster has been confirmed. So we know that they're actually working on that, and at the same time, with this game, we're actually going back to another village. Which I'm down for, dude. Like, the smaller scale, like, village aspect of Resident Evil 4 was actually really awesome. but obviously you move on and you find more things as the game goes on. But if we're living in a village, because like Resident Evil 6, dude, that only took place in a house, like 2 different houses or something like that, right?
Yeah, that
Like
was
it was small. It
yeah.
was small. Like, and now that they have like a whole village that we can explore and maybe call a church, underground facilities. I don't know. It just sounds badass. And Chris, no less. We haven't seen Chris in a hot minute. So, I mean, we have seen him in 6, but yeah, you can actually play with him as in 6 actually. There's a DLC where you can play as Chris, which is pretty dope.
Right here.
But yeah, man, I didn't expect that.
This
Didn't
is-
expect Resident Evil
This
8 yet.
right here. This is when I knew it was Resident Evil.
Because of this bitch?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Why? Because of this?
Because it looks like the salesman. The first thing I saw was the salesman.
It's a woman.
Yeah.
This one might be a
Dude,
woman.
that looked fucking weird. When I saw those people gathering around you, that shit was freaking awesome. Can you go back again? This
And I
is
saw
like
that
super
guy and I
fast.
just see Van Helsing. Like, I'm
These
thinking
ones?
Dracula at this point.
Yeah, dude, that shit looks fucking creepy. Like it's nice that like these rich aristocrats that are like vampire like. That's pretty dope. I like this.
Well, see, and that's what I was thinking. I was thinking Dracula, Van Helsing type game because I saw this bitches and that guy before
Yeah,
Van
same
Helsing.
dude.
Oh wow, look at that.
And then the one dude looked like a werewolf ish. So I'm
Man,
like,
mansion you can explore too.
Yeah, and look at that, dude. That's like some like Gascoigne shit from Bloodborne.
It's Dante from Devil May Cry.
Well, okay.
What's she blow into?
Damn, dude, I like this. Yeah, this is Chris when he's a lot older. I'm guessing, and he's not done yet. So this is awesome. This is really cool. I like this whole premise. It's
Oh Jesus!
Is that not Gascoigne, dude?
That's
Wait, so he didn't play. So did he get that far in Bloodborne?
No.
He probably didn't.
Nope.
Never
I
mind.
just.
Then I'm talking to nobody.
Yep. But you're talking to the audience here. The audience knows what you're talking about.
I don't know. Just reminds me of That's dope though.
And
Look at
then
that
into
village.
the
You go into
castle.
the village, into the castle, and then dude, that's fucking awesome. I love this. The aesthetic, everything about this. So cool.
Like no part
saw
of this
that, I'm like,
screams
oh, it's
Resident
called
Evil.
Village.
I remember hearing a rumor that it was called Village. I think I shared it with one of you guys that it was called
I don't know.
Village, and I thought that was a stupid name, and I didn't believe it.
And then they do this.
And then they did it.
Like, oh, you kind of sliced the L up, but okay.
Yeah, it was kind of a stretch. It almost didn't make sense.
Yeah, that's an old guy for sure. Damn. Older Chris. I like that. That's dope. 2021 though. 2021 though. God damn.
Not even early.
I would love if all
2021.
these games were launch titles, dude. We were fucking.
And no Mega Man.
Who the hell thought there'd be Mega Man?
Why, Capcom? Why? The one thing I want.
I'm kidding.
The one thing I want and need in my life.
Oh my god. They gave you a snack game.
Yeah, we
You
still have
happy
2
with
more
your snack
games.
game? Your fucking burgers and shit.
Pragmata? Who the hell knows what the hell
You
this
got
is?
This was called what? Pragmata?
Yeah.
You got the guy
Okay,
from.
so yeah. What the fuck is going on here? Cause like
This guy reminded me of that suit guy from fucking what is it, Kojima Productions.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know what the one with Norman Reedus or whatever.
No, Kojima
He has
Productions
a mascot. He's
yeah.
like a space pirate kind of looking dude. A space astronaut.
So like, so the particles bring this little girl back. Is what I'm assuming.
No, I think
It's
the
like, where the fuck
particles.
did she
The
come from?
particles are like probably like trying to lead him towards her and like where she's at.
Well, okay, so the world looks post-apocalyptic. There's like nothing going on. Cats are.
But he's
virtual.
like, see, he's in the
Dope.
same spot.
Yeah, I don't know. This is
And
like a
then-
natural disaster that just happens, right?
Oof.
Right, but
who
I feel like the
knows?
particles like bring her back, and then because like here's the thing, she's real, but like she's also very not real either, because like
Uh,
she's
I
a
feel like
fucking
everything, like
program.
the sky's fake. Like everything's
Yeah,
fake, and then they just come crashing.
maybe we went to like a different who the fuck knows?
It seems like he's in a program.
Yeah.
Really, I just think that the world is fake,
Because
and
well,
they
look, see, there
created a
you go.
world.
Like look at her fucking eyes. She just hacked that thing. Essentially, what it looked like.
Really,
It's so weird.
I don't, I don't know what the fuck. To
I don't
think.
know. I don't even know who this
Yeah,
is.
I'm
Just
just.
leave it. Just leave it alone. It's a game. It's a
And then
cool
he's
looking.
in
game.
space.
We'll find out more later.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
Ain't even got no
moon.
fucking shoes on.
You're a robot,
Ro-
right? You don't
Robot
need
or
to
not, I just need some shoes.
breathe.
The world.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, I
what's
don't
it
know.
say? It says true freedom or like get our world back.
2022. Did we not notice that?
Too long. Too long.
2 years from
I'm
now.
just gonna forget about it.
It
Okay.
wasn't interesting enough to
Let's
wait
keep
2
playing
years.
it.
Mm.
So next is Horizon.
Horizon. Okay, this
Oh.
one's gonna
So
be cool to see again.
this is the title of it. So obviously Horizon Zero Dawn, the sequel, it's called Forbidden West.
West or
Um,
west?
So what
West.
it made it sound like they're gonna head towards Cali.
Well,
Because they
apparently
do
just,
show the Golden State Bridge at one point.
Yeah, so they're heading. Yeah, so they're heading west, and
That's cool how they make these
Crazy.
mountain looking things are like actually like old skyscrapers. Like they look like mountains, but if you look at them closely, they're actually just old buildings.
yeah, just a lot
That's
of
pretty cool
flora
how
and
that looks.
stuff.
Yeah.
The game looks phenomenal. I
Finding
think this is
Nemo.
probably the best looking game that we've seen so far.
Nothing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And I would say the first one
But-
looks just as well for its time.
Could we say
So just
possibly game of the year? Well, it depends when it comes out. But yeah.
game
of the year.
year.
Yeah, relax. We have to play games.
I will say game of this reveal.
Game of the, okay. Yep. Game of the reveal.
Game of the reveal.
Demon Souls though.
No, but
That's more nostalgia for you guys than actual.
He's right.
Than
He's
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it still looked good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
But this game
This looks
so
impressive
like
as shit.
a lot of people like it.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you could show anybody this and
we'll
like
see.
they'll-
We'll see in the old one, like, and you guys haven't played the first one from what I gather.
Oh,
And the old one is like
okay.
all completely open world too, like this. Like you can actually see this in the old one. Like you can actually be on the
Dude, this
mountaintop
water
running.
scene. Look at this.
Hmm.
Ridiculous. What the fuck?
underwater
Yeah.
battles.
God damn.
There's a whole fucking like basically city in there. Oh yeah, that's fucking.
No secret I won't unlock.
Yeah, it's all open world. It's also like a hunter gathering type thing. So like you can obviously like get different stuff throughout the environment to do different things.
Yeah,
And
crafting
affect
is
them
big
up,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Hmm.
This mission is mine.
It's dope.
alone.
Yeah, I mean, cause like
If I falter,
I think, yeah, I mean, you could put categories to see what was cool.
Yeah,
and what
there's the
wasn't,
Golden
but,
State Bridge.
But Horizon, I think this trailer shows enough about the game,
I'm interested to see
and it looks it's a good
who
trailer.
this guy is and how he works, because he's actually got like the stuff, like he's still got like the electronics and stuff built inside of him somehow.
Maybe it helps them live. Who knows?
Well, that's the thing. Like the whole premise is like they're not like they kind of like the technology like took over the world in the sense of like the monsters and dinosaur looking things. So like the fact that he actually has it inside of him is interesting to see. And maybe that's how he's
Freaking
controlling this
mammoths.
army. Maybe I don't know.
Freaking war mammoths, dude. That's awesome.
I know. First thing I thought of when I saw it was fucking the Lord of the Rings scene.
Oh, Transformers.
No.
Yeah, very
No.
interesting. I'm really excited about that one. I was never actually gonna play the first one until my friend he bought it and beat it, and he like essentially in a way begged me to play. He was like, "Dude, here, just have my game and just play." He said, "If you don't like it, then you can tell me fuck off, but just give it a good 3 hours of your life, and I guarantee you'll play the rest of it." And I did. I was like, "Okay, this is actually pretty fucking dope."
Hell yeah, dude. That's cool.
And then
that's pretty much all the games that were released, that were announced.
Last but not least, though, other than games,
and then this is the
we
reveal.
got the big bad boy reveal of the console himself.
Yep, 2 configurations.
I think that's anybody
And
want to
it's
guess
fast forward.
anybody want to guess on a price point possibly? Let's see. Let's reverse here.
Well, first I just want to break it down because we know that there's 2 versions to this. There's the PS5 and the digital edition, and what you pointed out is one has the CD drive and the other doesn't.
Yeah.
But they both look the same. Otherwise,
Well, and I saw in the comments that people were saying that and I wanted to see what you guys thought. The one with the drive is going to be more expensive than the digital one. I feel like it'd be reversed.
I feel
I don't know. It's weird
because you are buying a Blu-ray
Right,
player as well.
Right, I get that,
yeah.
but then I feel like if you're gonna get a full digital version, you're gonna get a whole lot more space that you would probably pay for.
Oh yeah,
more than,
oh yeah. But like now we're just weighing what's gonna be more expensive. Is memory more expensive than a Blu-ray drive?
right. And I would.
And how much space and stuff like
I would
that.
think so. I think it would. I guess obviously it would come down to how much more memory you're getting.
Is that a?
But
One
I think I would.
terabyte more.
Is that a
1 terabyte.
Is that a USB 3.0? I can't tell if that's
Yeah,
blue or not.
And then
They're doing.
And then there's also the C cable right below it.
The C is fucking crazy, dude. Like, to be honest, if you have USB-C, you don't need 3.0. C is freaking fast.
Is it that much fast? Well, because like my phone charges off of USB-C, and that's all I know about it.
So here was the initial reveal, and I think honestly we can all agree it looks fucking sexy as fuck.
Yeah, that's slick as fuck. And I like how they have like the 5, like the Roman numeral, the V in there.
Yeah,
kind of through the
that's something that I didn't notice until
Yeah.
you said it. This is the
And then,
V.
like, if you actually see it when it lights up, those are the side that lights up, so you get that V at night.
I like the textured look. I'm not sure. Did the outside? The outside was smooth because, like, you see the inside. The inside was textured.
it was rough.
Was the outside smooth?
Yeah,
The outside was like a weird. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Like, what is it? Like a softer material
I think it's just rough.
or a
maybe
hard plastic? I don't
yeah,
know.
it could be. I thought maybe
Well, I
they'd
don't know
be
what it's
X's
like.
and O's, but you know,
Yeah, I
just
wonder. I wonder what made him want to do that. Cause like
More
like on the
expected.
inside, especially. You know what I mean? Like, is it just purely cosmetic? I'm assuming.
So it's rough here.
It
Yeah,
looks
and
like a
then,
mesh. To me, it looks like a mesh.
this inside is just rough, and then it could be just to fight off dust,
it's
possibly.
It's leather.
So that way,
It's fucking just white leather.
I mean, that's my guess. Is it's just there to fight off dust, so dust doesn't collect as easily as like it would on a smooth.
So it would
surface.
catch, because obviously these are the vents, so like it would catch more on that than instead of like just going straight into the fans or what.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't work for Sony. But you can see it looks like after the Sony emblem, it goes into smooth, so it doesn't continue all the way around. So yeah, the outside is smooth. Now here we get the fan. See a good close up look at it.
So those ridges, are they just lighting up blue because it's got that blue thing, or do they actually light up too? Like you see on the top there, like you kind of see the ridges going from like the center black to the walls. Are those
Yeah.
lighting up too, or is that just catching the light from where it lights up?
I think it just
I think
catches
it's
the
catching
light.
the light. Yeah, with the white.
Yeah.
But no, dude, it looks sleek. It looks way better than the Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
It actually, without the CD drive, it's a lot skinnier. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. It's just a little. I'm
I
guessing.
think the CD drive.
I
think the CD drive would be more expensive. So think about it. If they both have the same memory, same 2 terabytes, and you're paying for a drive, it's going to be more expensive. But if they're actually trying to like balance how much memory you get off of a drive or whatever, then maybe.
I'll tell you what my guess is right here. This right here with the CD drive, this will be 1 terabyte with
Yeah,
the CD
that's what I'm
drive.
guessing too.
This
At $5.99,
this without it, without the CD drive, will be 2 terabyte.
$4.99.
I
Difference of the drive.
I'm not gonna go price point wise though. Like price point,
Why not? Let's make some assumptions. Come on, dude. $5.99 for the CD drive, $4.99 with a 2 TB.
I'd say it's gonna be like,
Maybe.
if there's gonna be a difference between prices, it's gonna be $100. I'm not gonna go any higher than
Yeah.
that. Which one would be more expensive though?
Hard to say.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I just
It could be either one, but it will be $100 more,
Mhm.
depending on how much memory and the drive and all that stuff. I think the one with the drive with more memory could be expensive, obviously, but
you know, I feel like they're not gonna reveal the price point until until Microsoft releases their price point, and at that point they'll adjust accordingly.
I don't think that.
maybe.
I think
Be-
they got a point, and they don't want
be-
to say shit till it gets close.
Well, because Microsoft already went out. One of their head leads, I can't remember which one, but I remember reading a tweet that, or not a tweet, an interview, saying that they were actually waiting for Sony to reveal their price in order to adjust for the Xbox Series X.
I don't know. I'm still in that 400 or the 500 to 600 bracket. Easy.
Yeah, I think I'm around there, 499, 599. But to say which one's more expensive, I don't know.
Yeah, we have to know how much memory they have, and
Mm-hmm.
once we know that, I think we can make good assumptions. But
I want to lean. You're right. You can't say for sure, but I'm leaning towards digital. Is going to be more just because
Yeah.
I think the amount of memory the more amount of memory you're gonna get is gonna be significant.
So
I don't.
so Scott, you're gonna go full on digital, no CDs at all or anything?
As far as what I'm gonna buy, no, I would probably like as you talking about for me purchasing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually one of those weird fucks. I like to have like I treat my games and movies like a library,
Yeah.
like on a bookshelf and everything. So I actually prefer to have a copy
Mhm.
of the disc, which has been the hard part for me to like I understand digital. I understand like the
Yeah.
convenience of it and everything like that. And honestly, I would prefer to be completely digital as far as not having to worry about taking care of a disc and make sure it's good and stuff, especially
Yeah.
having kids. So I'm completely for digital, but I'm also got that weird collector person in me where I like to look over at my bookshelf and see that like I have like a game there like I would a book, you
Yeah.
know. So I don't know. I don't
uh,
know in that case.
I'm completely in the same boat. 100%. I like looking at my collection sometimes and being like, you know, I would like to show it off in the future, just kind of just to have it there and look back at it and be like, you know, I have these games. Although digital is completely convenient, like absolutely 100%. I just like you. I also like to keep a collection on the side.
Right.
Like to look
It's like
at it.
having a library, you know what I mean? It's
Mm,
like a library of all
yeah,
your shit.
and you know, people could say like, "Oh, well, you have a digital library. You could never lose those versions. You never
Right.
scratch them." But I think for me,
yeah,
it's
it's
more of a physical, like having it physically there is more of a. It's worth more to me than it would be digitally.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I mean. It's like I like the like in my house one day I would like to have like an office that is also kind of like a library where there's bookshelves
Mm,
everywhere, and you know what I mean. I like that look, which is part of basically the main reason why I would like to have
yeah.
the physical
mm,
copy. I do say though, I like obviously without the version without the Blu-ray. You know what I mean? Obviously looks better because it looks more sleek,
Mm-hmm.
more um what's the like synonymous on the both sides, like you know what I mean, like it's got this fucking bulge in it, which isn't terrible, but
I'll show you a bulge.
yeah.
also just the thing that I've kind of just by sitting here looking at it, it looks like a fucking high-tech modem, like internet modem.
What about you, Don?
Uh, it's hard for me to say too, because like I do have Blu-ray discs. I
Mm.
have like a couple of animes and stuff like that. So I wouldn't if I traded my PS4 Pro for like a PS5 and try to get like because it'll be backwards
Mm.
compatibility to some extent. So I'm probably gonna do that. So at the yeah, it's hard for me to say. If the all digital one has like a big drive, like I think at this point we need more than 2 TB.
Yeah, and I figure
I
you
think we
could.
need like 4.
I figure
You
you could
know?
possibly
Yeah,
remove the old one and put in a new one. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that'd be.
So I'm thinking I might go with a digital one this time around,
Mm.
and maybe just buy a Blu-ray drive. I mean, they're not that expensive. They're
Yeah.
like 30-50 bucks or something, and they used to be expensive, but now
Yeah.
you can get them pretty
Right.
cheap.
Well, see, that's that. Just from what you just said is part of my reason why I think the digital one would be more expensive because, like, yeah, you are paying for the Blu-ray thing that's already assembled inside of it, but I don't think it's that expensive overall compared to like everything they put into the build.
Mm-hmm.
And then another thing you said that I wanted to touch on that you just kind of reminded me, got me thinking is the backwards compatibility. Like, is digital not backwards compatible? So like if you buy the digital version, does that mean like is there an option for you to go back and buy those older backwards compatibility games, or do you just have to use disc? Like, you know, do you understand what I'm
I
saying?
think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just compatibility. So with your PlayStation account, I'm pretty sure you just be able to download it. Like if you own the game, you can download it onto your PS5's drive and just play it and boot it up, just like that. It's not so much like you already own the game, like a PlayStation account, and you can just download it on the PS5 and play it.
Okay. So there wasn't. Okay, yeah. Okay.
So it's not so much like, oh crap, you need to buy it again. At least that's the way I understand it. Is the way they've talked about backwards compatibility is like not all games will, like not all games, but like most of them will. I think they made a promise that they're looking to like support all games, and I'm pretty sure the first games we're gonna see are gonna be the PlayStation exclusive first party games, um, which is great. And so, but that's what I'm guessing. Like, it's just backwards compatible with the PS4. Like, if you have a PS4 and you have the account, you have the games, you have the discs, you can just start downloading or just, insert them and just start playing.
Beautiful.
So it's great. I mean, I love that. I love that it's not like segregated. It's not, hey, this is only for your PS5. Can only play PS5 games.
Mm.
It's great that you can just start buy a new console and have, the best of the PS4 and PS5 stuff.
Yeah. And maybe even more beyond that. I mean, maybe even PS2. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they're going. I don't know if they're going that far,
They
but
haven't confirmed any of that. They
yeah.
just confirmed the PS4, and that's it.
But I mean, I know with the PS3, depending on PS3 or PS4, depending on what
3.
was it 3. Like, I know depending on what you had, they would release an update or some firmware. All you had to do is install it, and it could play backwards compatible games.
Well, the thing between apparently with the PS3 and them getting the PS2 on it was like they actually had to put they had to completely put the architecture of like the PS2 in it so you could like play those games. And that wasn't feasible at all, dude. They said it was the dumbest thing they've ever done.
They just felt dumb doing it.
Well, it was just too complicated. It was too expensive to them for them to do that. And the fact that PS4 and PS5 are like the technology is like the PS3, dude. They made their own chip. They made it really hard to develop for, and at this point, they're playing along with other companies, so everyone knows what this is. So
yeah,
it'll be compatible. It'll be a smooth transition, I think.
Mm-hmm. One thing I want to.
Why the fuck do you keep doing that?
Oh no!
You said insert the chip.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
this is why he likes the hamburger game.
Anyway, one thing I want to note. Obviously, without the CD disc on one of them, it's also missing a button. So, I mean, I don't know if that could lower by $5.
Is it missing a button?
Yeah, digital or
I see it's missing something right there. Is it a button though?
Yeah, I would guess
What do
it's
you
the
mean?
I would guess it's the eject button that it's missing because it doesn't have the
yeah.
disk drive.
That makes sense.
And then
Yeah.
the one thing I wanted to talk about was more or less we haven't really touched on it is the controller. What do you guys think about it? I mean, it's the newest one.
Yeah, we've heard about it, and they've said everything that we've known about it. So looks cool. The thing about controllers is like I need to get my hands on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the fact
I don't know.
it looks bigger because one of the big things why I used to enjoy Xbox more is because the Xbox controller just fit in my hand better because my hands are like bigger. I guess they're not like huge, but like they're bigger compared to the old uh, PS controllers. They just feel smaller. So it looks a little bit. It looks more like it would fit in my hands better. But then as I'm looking at this now, I guess I haven't really looked up too many pictures. Like, are these actual buttons or are they more like touch buttons?
No, I'm pretty sure they're actual
They're
buttons.
all buttons.
Oh,
They
okay.
just it's weird because the
Because
left
if they
hand
start
side
doing that
you
shit,
can
I'm gonna
tell
cut some people out.
too. That's terrible. Yeah. But yeah, they're actual buttons. But it's weird because like right now, if you look at the left hand side, you can see that the D pad has like a gloss to it.
Mm,
Hmm.
But then if you look at the right hand side, it looks really
Like
almost like
no shine.
flat. Almost like
like no
flat.
buttons. It looks
Yeah,
flat. Like
I'm wondering
yeah,
if
it's
that's
weird.
just the way they took the picture though, because the controller. If you look at the two controllers, like the shines is and everything is like in the same points. So I'm wondering if it's just obviously each one of these controllers, it's the same picture or the same whatever.
Yeah, it could be a
Yeah.
It's
mock
not
up or
so
whatever. Who
right.
knows?
But did they say anything about that middle pad? Does it still work the same? Are they getting rid of that? Like, or
Uh,
because like I mean I understood there was a couple of games where you kind of had to like do some stuff with the pad to do different things, but like it really didn't do anything. But besides like you push it like a big ass like start button, you know what I mean? A big ass home
as
button.
far as I know they did cover a little bit about it, just other than the dual shock, whatever's inside of it. Like it's completely different now. I
Mm.
know
Well,
it
it is still a
vibrates.
touchpad.
Yeah, I would assume it's still a touchpad.
Yeah,
I don't know if it has more
it is.
capabilities, but
Yeah,
I just
Well,
I
gonna
was
like
assume
motion,
it's
more.
gyro stuff, and
yeah
haptic feedback, whatever the hell that is. But
Yeah.
the jack and
yeah, it's still that.
I'm just more interested in seeing if they're changing any of that because, like I said, like as a PS4 owner, like I used it basically as a home button. You know what I mean? I didn't really during games and stuff like that. It didn't really like ever come into play very much. So I was just wondering
Yeah,
if they kind of made it more, gave it more of a
apparently
function
it's
or not.
apparently for like accessibility. Um, People who have issues with games, they've made that like a giant shortcut for certain things.
Mm,
So then, if people have problems seeing or playing games or whatever, it's been huge for that. So
mm.
there's an audience that takes advantage of it for sure.
I do know at least for me, there's one more thing I want to touch on before we close or whatever. I just want to ask, do you guys think that there's going to be enough like opening. All right, so they release it. Is there going to be enough games to make it appealing? Like obviously over the years the games are going to come out, the games will be there. But like initially, do you think there's
I
going
don't
to be
know.
enough?
Every launch has been pretty disappointing. I think you maybe get 2 games, maybe 3, and then a couple of indies.
especially PS4.
And and those games, yeah, and those games are like, you get the one exclusive, so we might be looking at what? Obviously, we have Godfall. We have a bunch of these smaller games that are 2020. Um, I think I don't. To be fair, I don't think it's worth getting a console at launch. So if you're somebody that wants to play games, I don't think it's worth it yet. I think you should wait the 1 year, generally speaking.
Yeah,
But if you're a fan, if you're, I've been a fan of Sony. I've never bought a launch console, and I think this is gonna be my first one for sure.
At launch,
So
you made that
yeah,
decision?
I'm gonna try. Yeah, I've made that choice already.
Okay. That's that.
So
I think I'm in the same boat. I've never bought a console at launch.
ooh.
Some of it was decision, some of it financial, being young, you know what I mean, and stupid.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I think this is one I want to try at launch too. The only, like I said, I brought that up because it's one of the things I'm curious about is like at launch, like what is gonna be available and if it's gonna be enough to like keep me entertained until they do start, rolling out with. Because a lot of the titles we've seen was 2021 and like even some of them 22. So it's like what else are they gonna be rolling out with to keep me interested until such time?
Yeah, I think for me, I think I'm definitely gonna get it launch day as well. Um, only only reason I'm bringing that up is because it was kind of a hard debate for me because initially I'm pretty stingy with my money,
Mm-hmm.
and so I kind of looked at the PS4. Like, oh, I could always get it next year when it's cheaper, or like have like somebody else buy it for me.
Uh-huh.
But I
Oh,
think
it's my birthday next month,
I think
so
the next time I could possibly have an experience like this would be after the next decade when the next PS6 or when the next console releases. And the more I thought about it, my kid turns 5 next month, and a decade from now he could be 15. I'm like, dude, I don't want to wait until this kid's 15, and then I'm gonna have to buy 2 consoles. So I'm like, let me just enjoy me buying it for myself at least
Having
this
that
last
experience.
time. Have that experience to myself, and then when life comes in the next 10
Yeah.
years. But
I think I will say too, like deciding to buy this one at launch, I think this is a pretty pleasing one to do it to. A pretty good one.
yeah,
Make that choice of.
aesthetically
It's
looking at
from
it,
what we've
just
seen. Yeah.
it's just beautiful all around. I don't think anybody could really ask for a better looking console. I mean, we've had the PS3 that looked like a. I mean, it looked like something. PS4 just looked like a rectangle
Wait, you
slanted.
didn't like the PS3?
The PS3, the fat PS3 with the Spider-Man
I mean, it was.
text.
We didn't know it was fat at the time because it was just a console to us,
But
right?
when we
that
did,
shit looked futuristic. That shit looked.
oh
It
yeah,
looked smooth.
it definitely
It
looked
looked.
nice, but it wasn't
It
anything
looked
like
nice.
this.
No, no crap.
Compare that to
But
this.
then
It's like
when we went from the PS3 to the PS4, I was a bit disappointed because they went with a simple look. They went with simplicity.
yeah.
Yeah.
But now they're going back into like this weird ass concept.
Yeah, it's got a nice
I mean,
weird. It's like simple but weird. It's got that weird concept to it,
Yeah,
definitely. But it's also got
yeah.
that simplicity. I would ask you guys this too. Do you guys would you guys like to see this in all black?
Hmm. I'd like
I
to.
think it'd be interesting, but I think if they were both on the shelf sitting next to each other, I think I would still go with the black and white.
I'd like to see
I
different
want
colors.
I want an all black controller.
I think they.
I don't want the white on the controller, to be honest. My hands are gonna be on that all the time.
You're gonna get your
not a
cheetah.
fan.
You're gonna get your cheetah stains
Not a
on
fan.
it.
Exactly,
Doritos.
man. I mean, maybe they have some material that doesn't do that as much, but
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
that's my only concern with the controller, really.
Yeah, that's. I was just sitting here looking at it, and I was just wondering what it would look like in all black, like if they went that route again, because they've all been all black. Beside, up until the what was the PS2?
PS1 was gray, and
Yeah,
then
was the PS2 black? I don't
Yeah.
remember
Yeah. PS2 is black.
yeah,
the PS2.
They
Okay, so
they,
yeah,
until
they've
they, they
pretty
have
much
Dreamcast
been.
after that.
they had like a
Yeah.
silver version, small, slim silver.
Oh
version.
yeah, they did. They did. Yeah. So I wonder what it would like. Josue, do some Photoshop, make it black. But
No, it had to go to
yeah.
California for a while.
Oh my god. um. Nah, yeah. Like I said, I would be interested to see what it would look like all black. But if they were sitting next to each other, I'd still go with the white. Probably. I like the way it looks.
Yeah. Now the question is, do you think we'll get one?
Like
I mean,
actually get one?
Like, no,
Like-
like limited supply, dog. Like COVID, like all this stuff, and it's gonna be hard to get a pre-order in if there isn't already a page and we just don't know it.
Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
go
Just
check
like
right now.
just like the
It could
elitists,
happen.
they're going around fucking buying them all right now.
Yeah, some bullshit. It'll when it shows up, it shows up. It'll be rough though. You can sign up for notifications apparently when it goes live.
Mm.
Don't know.
So,
I mean, I wouldn't mind waiting because the only exclusive I'd want at the moment would be Demon Souls, and then probably the Horizons Zero Dawn game. So
yeah, Horizon isn't until 2021, right? Am I crazy?
Resident Evil.
Horizon.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's a 2021.
yeah, I think so.
So it'll be
I'm gonna
next.
look it
I'm
up
pretty
again.
sure. And then since we're sitting here still, do you guys think it'll have any issues like the other ones when they launched?
Of course,
Like
most of them do.
yeah. Well, that's the
Well,
unfortunate part. Like, right?
we'll have to see
Like
what's
what? Like Sony products? I don't.
startup
like-
issues. Come on, loading screen
Yeah,
issues.
yeah, like
I've
first
never had
like,
anything.
launching.
Well, like Yeah,
when the
but
when
like that's
consoles first
expected.
drop. Right.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
that's what
asking
I
you,
was saying.
what do you think? Like, do you think it'd be something like crazy or just something like, okay, we'll fucking just update that or something?
Yeah, it'll be simple.
Yeah.
I don't think there hasn't been anything like
Xbox
And
Yellow
the
Ring
rigging.
of or
technologies there.
Red Ring of Death
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
PS3 had one too, but it was less likely. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I think they've got shit figured out. I don't think people are pushing products that shouldn't be out anymore.
Yeah.
At
Thankfully.
least Sony and Microsoft. I think they're doing a good job lately.
All right, boys. I think that wraps up. Okay.
Horizon's schedule. Sorry about that. Horizon is scheduled for 2020 holiday season.
2020 holiday.
Will be launched.
There we go.
So
That would be
that's what I'm saying, like,
that'd definitely
yeah.
be a fun one, like to play. Like we're assuming 2020 holiday is launchish. So if we're assuming that, that definitely would be a fun one to have for
Yeah.
when it does come out. When it's first, that would keep me
Yeah. entertained.
That would be a good one. For
Yeah. I see like 2 or 3 games and I'll be fine.
If you can afford it. Not only got to buy the console, you got to buy the games.
Easy.
Wow, that's like a good grand on the bucket into this PS4's hands.
That's how much I spent on my monitor, JK.
This rich asshole over here.
Speaking of that, I want to throw something. I want to ask you guys something after this, just so you guys.
You're
know
good.
what
Cool.
about.
Let's sign us out of here, Sway.
All right, boys. Thank you guys for watching. Again, remember to subscribe. This has been the PlayStation State of Play reaction with your boys from. What was it? The State of Play? It was not the State of Play.
It's just PS5 reveal. That's all they're calling it.
I thought...
Future gaming show.
What, was it not the State of Play?
It was not a State of Play.
Okay, well you.
Yeah, you said that in the beginning, so I don't know if you want to go back.
over here.
You said that.
Over here in this corner, over here, down after Scott. You ignore that. That's been there for a while. You leave that alone. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Remember again to subscribe. Check us out on our YouTube channel where we upload podcasts every week. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Later.